CH2M is a global engineering firm, and we take on the world's most challenging projects. So we were the company who helped to expand the Panama Canal, added a third lane of traffic. We also developed the 500-acre Olympic Park for the 2012 London Olympics and Paralympic Games. We do sports venues, we do water cleaning, work for cities and governments, just amazing world projects. CH2M has different types of employee populations. We have some folks that sit in front of a computer every day. They're more of overhead professionals. But then we have our professionals that are on project sites. So this is our engineers, our project managers. We also do have a craft population in Alaska that goes up to the northern slope. And some of these folks go to work camps every 3 weeks and back down to Anchorage for a week. So an interesting variety of workers across the world. We have learned in HR that one process doesn't fit all for our employee populations, and we have to be aware of how we reach them, right? They're not all going to be at a desktop that can get a notification from us. We have to be mindful of that. CH2M had a very disjointed HR support model. We'd had acquisitions, so every HR group in different countries operated very differently. We had different tools to track requests. Some regions of the world had no tools at all, so they would just walk up to their HR representative. Some people would call. So we actually didn't have a global support model. And then when we started using HR case management, we have truly a global support model where we try to get all employees, all managers, regardless of what type of question they have, to go to our service tool. One request, one solution. CH2M started looking for a solution basically to be a case management tool is where we started. We also were looking for something that would be the same platform that our IT friends were using to fulfill their requests. But then what we learned after we chose ServiceNow as the tool, as a platform, that it was really the starting ground for our HR transformation because of all the extra functionality that it had that we didn't know we were looking for. Before CH2M was using ServiceNow case management, we had absolutely no idea what our work volumes were, where in the world work was coming from, or who was doing that work. So now that we have it in one platform, we can run metrics. And I can tell you, we're spending an awful lot of time on certain areas that maybe we shouldn't. And now I have valuable information to have a path forward. I would have had no idea how some of our processes were disjointed. And what we realized is that HR was taking ownership of work that actually belonged to other departments. So now that I see that work in one place, I can work on some process improvement. We never knew how much hand-holding we were actually doing. After we implemented ServiceNow case management, we started getting a tremendous amount of feedback from other groups around us, both within HR and around us. We can't help them fast enough. We built a few transactions in the tool, and it made their lives so much easier that groups are starting to hear about this and see what our IT friends have done and what we're doing. And they said, can you put us in your tool too? Can you do that for my team? You're getting metrics. How can you help us do that? So we've built out a roadmap for these folks, and it's so exciting. And we're just having to tell them, wait, we'll get to you, I promise. At CH2M, we take on the world's most challenging projects. This is work that is sometimes too dangerous, too complicated for other firms to take on. So our employees are geniuses. They're phenomenal engineers. And with ServiceNow, we help make their transactional life much easier so that they don't have to spend time figuring out, how do I order a laptop? How do I go promote my employee? We're going to make that as easy as we can so that they can go solve the world's complicated problems.